Hello and welcome to another episode of Tech Condo live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Central European Time. My name is Petra Verbruggen and I will be your host. But of course, I'm not all by myself. I have some people that are here, so I will always start with saying hi to those people. So let's get that also organized. So welcome to MT, who was always the earliest one this time around, but closely followed by Raoul. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Appreciate you for being here. Geltel Production says hello. Hello, back to you. And let me see, my dad is also in the house, and Scooter is actually watching the show. He provided me a picture. Where's my phone actually? Did I misplace my phone? Oh, there it is. Okay, I need my phone in just a bit. He had showed me a picture last week of Scooter watching me. So if I do this, he's actually like, hey, I know her, which is fantastic and really cool. So welcome to you both. And let me see who's also in the house. DG Ware is in the house. Hi, Taekwondo, MT, and everyone else. Really appreciate you for being here. And same thing goes also for Wiel. Awesome of you to be here. And Gerhard, also from Germany, from Stuttgart to be more exact. Nice of you to join. Eric is in the house as well, all the way from Rochester, New York. And let me see, David Foster is also in the house. Welcome, David. Really appreciate you for being here live and direct. So this is a Q&A show. So if you have any questions during the show, feel free. Let's try to figure it out together. As mentioned before, we're gonna do a little bit differently this year, or this last half year of the year. More videos. As a matter of fact, I am working on it, but maybe you've already noticed that I have a bit of a nasal sound today. That is because I have a bit of a cold. So. Not sure if it's if it's gonna work out this week, but I have already some ideas, and I'm gonna talk about it today anyway. I actually already started to produce those videos, and I'm very open to these kind of things. So we'll definitely show it to you on the demo desk, just to let you know how I actually create those videos. There's actually 2 programs involved. And we're going to talk about those individually also at the later stage. So let's delve into it. So shall we? So again, if you have any questions or you have any things that you want to talk about, then let me know. I have a few things that I want to talk to you about. First and foremost, the videos that I'm working on, and actually to make that happen, I will be going to the other desk and make sure that this audio is out. Of course, like always, I still need to create the Stream Deck buttons to make it work. But bear with me. I'll just switch off this audio and we'll go to the other side of things. So without further ado, there you go. This should be working. Let me check it quickly. Yes. That should be working. Let's switch also on this monitor, because with this monitor on, I can actually show you what I have been working on. This is, of course, the new demo desk using the Rodecaster Pro for the audio source, an ATEM Mini Extreme HDMI, a jog shuttle, a hyperdeck, and of course, I have some computers here as well. The only side thing that I don't have here is that I cannot see the questions, but I will be going to that place anytime soon, so that's going to be okay. To prove you that I'm not lying, this is basically what I'm seeing right here. So I have 2 cameras. No, not two cameras, but actually even 3 cameras that are connected to this system, and camera 3 will be popping up anytime soon, like you see right here. And that's actually the one that I actually need to go to in just a bit, because what am I gonna do? Well, this. One of the things that IBC 2023 brought us is that the streaming bridge now also allows for SRT streams. And because of that, I was very interesting in that. But the streaming bridge can only receive those SRT streams, so it's actually only a decoder, and the web presenter is an encoder. So though not 100% what we would like to see, this is quite good anyway. So what can you expect? So I am actually using Camtasia 2023 here, and I'm actually using that software because I want to zoom in particular areas of the screen to really emphasize what you're doing where, and really explain it to you in a, let's say, easier way than you don't have to be very technical to understand it, basically. So there will be also some animations on how everything is connected to each other. I'm going to go via the software. I'm going to show you how you can create a key, how you can find your internet address, because it's not the same as your address at home. So that kind of stuff will also be a part of one of those videos at least. And actually, I'm going to produce not one, not two, but maybe even 3 videos on the streaming bridge. Why so much? Because I don't want to build a long video. I want to make it as quickly as possible, so that if you want to use the streaming bridge, then you can say, okay, I want to use it as an RTMP server. Okay, there's this video right here. Oh, I want to be able to use my ATEM Mini Pro right here. This one right here. Something went wrong. I think that I just broke everything. How did that happen? Let me go back. Oops. That went not well. Something went wrong. I just took the ATEM Mini from the downscape. Boom! Everything, all signs went down. Most likely, I just removed one of the connections. But hey, that's what it's live for. So let's do that. Let's show you what I maybe messed up with. So I'm going to use my phone now to at least show you again what I wanted to do. And let's see if we can get it fixed while you're here. No, it was not a fade to black. No, it was not a fade to black. It's literally all down at the moment. So that was really cool. I like when things like that happen. So that's okay. Let me show you around. Where is my phone? Come on. Oh, wait. Of course. Wait for it. I need to be on the correct internet. Wi-Fi. This one. So I've got multiple Wi-Fi's in the studio. And now it should be working. There you go. And now let's add this. Let's fix that together. Why don't I? I think I have a bigger problem. Am I still in? Let me check if I'm still broadcasting even. Yeah, I am broadcasting, so it should be okay. Okay, well, not going that well as I wanted. Where is it? Is it this one? No. Ah, there it is. Alrighty, got it. There you go. Let's go here, and I will switch off the audio on the other side. Just bear with me a little bit. And there we go. All right. Let me so what I did was I actually just wanted to show you the ATEM Mini, And because of that, everything broke here. So let me check what happened here. In order to do that, I need to just go into here, check if all of these connections are still working. I believe that it might be this one right here. Let me just restart this one, see if that is helpful. Because I'm converting the output of the... Oh no, that's the stage. No, I'm not converting this. Okay. Why is it not working? That's awesome. Let me switch. Let me do something that you should not do. Restart this one. And see if I can get it to work now. There you go. Perfect. I have no clue what happened, but it is okay. So, and now this one should also be popping up in just a bit. And 3, 2, 1, go. Perfect. Perfect. Audio is coming in. Okay. So let's go back to here. And then I can then go back to my demonstration in just a bit. All right. That should be fixed now. All right. As everything is fine, then I will be able to see my multi-view right here. That's perfect. That's what I wanted to see. And I can also then add the audio, so that's also working. That is good. That's good. All right. Sorry for that. That was a bit of a bummer. But what I wanted to say was that with the ATEM Mini, so it's the first one. Let me repeat it a little bit. The first video is really about how can I stream directly from my ATEM Mini using, for example, my phone or a other internet router that is on location, and then stream directly to my studio. And in my studio, I actually have a streaming bridge, of course, and this is where it is located right here. So it is in my in the same area as my router, which is a Fritzbox, as you can see there. And this is actually working quite well. And I want to show you how you can do that, how you can set that up, and how you can connect to it. And what are the issues that you might be facing? What it's not. So it's not really an RTMP server, but it's acting like an RTMP server. Then the second video, and that was why I was also showing the ATEM Mini, was that an ATEM Mini Pro like that one actually does only have one HDMI output, and that's it. And that is okay as long as you are using the HDMI output for your program. If you want to, for example, stream it via a live view to another location, or you want to utilize the multi-view and also show the program out locally, that would be very good, right? If that would be possible. Well, with the streaming bridge, with a delay, it is possible to do that directly. So you can just directly connect that streaming bridge from the ATEM Mini towards the streaming bridge just with one Ethernet connection, and it will work. The third and last video will be of course about SRT and how things going. And well, to put it bluntly, the web presenter can encode SRT, the streaming bridge can decode SRT, the ATEM Mini cannot encode an SRT. It's only RTMP still. Maybe in the future it might change, but we don't know. So, and what I wanted to show you, and then after that I will be going back to the questions. Is that let's go here and switch the audio back, and go back here, and then I would like to not show this, but show that, and then also show you the streaming bridge. because that the streaming bridge idea that I had, and if all is well, then I can show that right now. Here you go. And this is using Camtasia, which is one of my favorite applications. It's actually really cool to really zoom into certain locations like I'm doing right here. You can also add a blur effect, which is really handy because in this application, and that's also one of the reasons why I'm doing this, is in this application you're actually entering your own private IP address that is worldwide. So everybody can, if you see that IP address, somebody can just hook that up. Then, of course, you got your port, which can be anything, like, for example, 1935, if you want to have RTMP. And then, of course, you also have the streaming key. And, of course, that one is also something that I just don't want to show. That's the reason why I'm not going to show that live. And I'm going to pre-record that part and making sure that that part is just removed because I don't want to get into trouble. That being said, and to put it very honestly, I'm actually putting that streaming bridge next to the most external router that I have, so it directly goes outside to the outside world. There's no firewall in between. There's nothing in between. It's just going straight on. And the reason why I can do that is because it's a built-in system. It's not a computer. It is also not connected to any computer, so I'm not worried about any issues moving forward. So I'm like, let's just do it this way. Of course, I am switching it off until I need it again. So, for example, tomorrow I will be most likely, if my voice turns back or not turns worse, let's say it that way, I will be using it to demonstrate some stuff. But after that, I'm going to switch it off until I need it, and that's most likely going to be end of this month, like in 3 weeks or so. So really looking forward to it. I do think that it's a very good way to maybe prevent using any other technologies, like, for example, the live view, which is, of course, a bit more expensive for a lot of people. And I just want to start using less expensive functionalities just to show you that these days that is all possible. So that is what I wanted to do. And again, so this is not a big problem, but here you go. This is one thing that you can see. For example, that you can just set the name of the streaming bridge, and you can also set all kinds of IP addresses. And this is all internal, so I'm pretty okay with showing this part. But other parts I cannot do. So this is something that you can look forward to. Again, depending on my voice, but most likely this week there will be one video, and then 2 videos next week. That's already more than I expected. So starting to do a good job. Let's go back to the the main setup, and let's check some questions. And if you have any other questions about my setup, then let me know. I am not editing, by the way. I almost forgot. I'm not editing the videos here. This is just for desktop shares and maybe some other voiceovers, maybe. But video, I only want to do that with DaVinci Resolve because I really like the software. I like the way that you can really easily just make it all quickly edited, and also maybe some color grading, which is not for now very important, but it will be increasingly important moving forward. So without further ado, let's go back to that part right there, and let's continue. All right, pooh, that was that. All right. Is any questions or reactions? Eric indeed says, so what source is this? Fade to Black? No, it was really something going totally wrong. Restart did the job. Eric says, I can hear you and see you're still up on the switcher at least. Yeah. I don't know what happened. I think it's just a I might have just tripped something. Maybe I actually changed something on the switcher itself. I just didn't see it, but fade to black was not switched on. You stopped your tutorials on Central Control. Can you show how to do super source animations? Absolutely. Yes, I can. I need to set that up, Mamadou. Can we? I'll write this down for next week, and I will make sure that we have some text around that, or some use cases around that. So let me quickly make a note. I like these kinds of questions. So let's give this please more. Super source animation central control. Got it. Thanks. Good question. We'll take that into account. I have to set that up. I don't have that now correctly set up to do that immediately. Boom, 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 boom. And automation for vMix. Welcome from Sweden. Appreciate you for being here from Vargarda. I will butcher that name, I think. Blur, yes, another invaluable tool for doing tutorials, stream keys, IPs, etc. Yeah, you have to do that these days. Typically in the past, I was like, I don't care, but I do care. I do care. Making the tech on the studio public accessible. Yes, that would be funny, but we're not going to do that, Niels. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to do that. Floyd says, I love the elegant way that you're solving the problem. Oh, that's okay. I mean, this is Floyd, that you know me longer than the last couple of years. I really, really love, sharing the knowledge and having a community that I can really, discuss some stuff. And if something goes wrong, it happens. And, the added value, I think, is really, okay, let's solve it together. I think that's the real thing. And now that I think about it, I did not check if I, for example, had camera 8 selected. I really looked at the fade to black, for example, and camera 8, for your information, is totally black. But that does not explain why both monitors were gone at the same time. So something happened, but it's not terrible, because a quick restart and it works. But yeah, of course, you don't want to have that in production. MT says audio switching worked quite well. Well, it was still manual, but it's just a matter of being quiet at the correct time and just hitting 2 buttons, and it's still working. But I will be creating an automation for it moving forward, because that makes a lot of more sense. Floyd says, I'm an Adobe fanboy, so I use Premiere Pro. Well, that's good for you. I mean, why not, right? No harsh feelings. I actually also used Premiere Pro for a long time, but recently I actually really love DaVinci these days, and reasoning behind it is that I am really considering to go with a cinema camera, to purchase a cinema camera maybe second half next year or so, and so I am actually already starting to create my videos in ProRes on my phone, which takes a lot of space, but it at least gives me a little bit more to work with if it comes to color grading. And for now, it's just very limited. It's just a matter of figuring out what I would like to see. but I want to do it like every single video is color graded from now on. Apart from the live shows, of course, that's by default it's just Rec 709. And in the future maybe purchase that cinema camera. I really love that new Blackmagic camera, the full frame one. The bokeh effect is really cool. Yeah, it's an L lens. You can very easily add an EF mount converter on it, and I have two really good EF lenses here. So yeah, really looking forward to that one. Sport Chat says, Petra, this type of live streaming will prevail again against AI automation. Thank you for sharing knowledge. It's so sweet of you to say. And again, this is exactly what I would like to everybody. You know, if there's some questions, and sometimes like just a bit ago, the question for Supersource animation and central control. Sometimes I cannot do it immediately, but I will make sure that I can do it next week so that you guys can see it happen and how it works. I might be tempted to also add not only central control, but also a mix effect in the future as well, just to show you that there are multiple ways of doing that. I think that would be very helpful. Floyd says, yes, we know each other for a very long time now. Want to feel super old. Well, yeah, Elizabeth is now old enough to drive a car now. Seriously? Okay, so Floyd and I go back 10 years or so, I think. So I know that your daughter was very young. So yeah, we feel old now. Yeah. Wow. All right. Jaden says, I've been a subscriber for a long time now. I've always wanted to ask you of your opinion on consuming feces. What? Sorry. I have no clue what that is. And I don't do drugs. That is a question for you. Carl, hey there. I was wondering if you make more content related to consume. Yeah, there you go. I think that this is some. Let's just say it. This is looks like. Yeah, this is definitely. Unfortunately, I think that we've got spammed. Let's try to kick them out. That's a bummer. Let me see. Let's see. Thank you for removing the content. Yeah, it is harassment, but that's okay. I don't care. It's just a matter of not seeing it too early. But I will neglect them for a little bit, and well, let's just remove them in just a bit. Yeah, it's an harassment, and thanks also for people to jump in and to kick them out. That would be appreciated. Anyway, so that's all something new, right? Being harassed, nice. Yeah, well, luckily I don't care. I know, Floyd. Some people are kids. It's just it's just the way it goes. And luckily, I'm not maybe a very well speaker if it comes to the English language. So sometimes I don't even know what they're talking about. And then like if there are like 3 or 4 that say the same, it's like, this is not good. Anyway, but no, that's not what I wanted to show you. Just an FYI. we were family friendly, I would state. So at least that's what I'm trying to do. Anyway, so I showed you those videos, and also another thing that I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, and there's actually a question to you guys because it actually recently popped up in my head, is that with the introduction of the new Mac OS. I am both a Windows user and a Mac user, as you might have noticed already. So, for example, the right here, I have your comments popping up, and that's a MacBook Air. And my demo computer is a MacBook Pro, which I'm actually also using for other creative endeavors, so to speak. And those are two of my personal computers. And then I've got the Takano computer, which I'm running vMix on, and I have one additional laptop that I'm also using for on location work. But moving back to Mac OS, it did occur to me that this time around, actually, I just installed it, like without thinking about it. And the reason why I could do that this time around was that I have everything double. So I have two PCs, like I wanted to say, I've got two laptops that are Windows that both can run vMix with the same version. They have the same project even. So this project that I have on this computer is also running exactly the same on the other computer. So if something happens onto this computer, I can, within 5 minutes or so, I can just switch around everything and it will work. Then I've got 2 times the MacBook, and even though they're not technically the same, the OS is the same, but also all the software that I'm using for my live streaming productions are also the same, but not fully. And that's what I wanted to do later today or tomorrow, is that on the MacBook Air, I've installed all of the firmware related applications that I use for my audio video kit. The new Behringer firmware, the new ATEM software that I actually also need for the streaming bridge, and then we've got the web presenter also for the SRT connection. I installed the latest video switcher. No, the video. What is it called? Video Hub, Smart Video Hub software. Unfortunately, no update for me. Still don't like the pictograms, but it's quite handy to have. And I'm also doing also kind of other updates. And my question actually to you is, when do you decide when you want to update it? So that's a really interesting question, because I typically do an update, I would state, as soon as one of the applications is updated. I typically go through the whole list of all the applications that I'm using, and I just check if everything is new, and then I'm just going to install whatever is new, and then I'm spending half a day or like 1 or 2 hours just to go through everything to make sure that everything is up to date and all ready to go the next time I'm going to go live. But what I'm always doing is that, so that's maybe, I would state on average, once every 2 or 3 months. But what I always do is that if I know it up front, and that is at least 2 weeks in 2 weeks in advance, I will also update it up front when I know that there's a live gig. But I will always check and up front if there are any known issues. But this time around, I was not worried about the ATEM having issues, because I could easily use the Windows system as well in case of issues. Gero says, I installed macOS Sonoma on the iMac M1 yesterday, and it works well. HDR graphics, mix effects, Blackmagic, ATEM software, companion, and it works all well. That was also what I noticed, so I was also very happy with that. Phil says, when you start to get popular, it makes with the when you start to get popular, it comes with bumps. I can't believe how much easier it is to stream on a Mac nowadays. When you used to have a PC, it was the only way of. Let's start again. When you start to get popular, it comes with the bumps. Yep, that's the way it goes. I can't believe how much easier it is to stream on a Mac nowadays. Use if I cannot read it. Sorry. Its use of the PC was the only way of Alienware. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So even though I could not read it perfectly, yeah, I actually agree that in the past we actually really needed to have a PC or an Alienware of a big system to get things organized. Nowadays, you can just run it. Eric says, I love our moderators on this channel. Yes, I totally agree. An empty says, I just reported to the spammers. Fantastic. What I'll do, Eric, if you are, I don't know if you are also a moderator, but I'm going to add you as a moderator. Can I do that here? Yes. It's one. And then Gerard, I'm also going to add you as moderator just in case. And Floyd, if you're okay with it, I'm also adding you because I know you all that long that I'm going to add you as well. There you go. At least the next time it's not gonna happen, I hope. Let's see if there's any questions. Rose says, during the pandemic, the streaming technology evolved really quick. Yeah, because they had to, right? And Eric says, feel free, I will swing with the banhammer. Yes. Sweet. Very, very good. All right. So yeah, that's also something that I was considering, and maybe what we can do, maybe not today, but what we can do is that next week that we can also just start up the MacBook Pro and just download all of the software that I need. Even though I already updated it on the MacBook Air and also did some firmware update already, it's good to have both of them exactly on the same level, so that if I need to control something, I can do that without any problems. So if you like that kind of content, then I will add that to the list of things for next week. Oh, thanks. I will carry the honor and dignity and purity. Nice. Sweet. All right. Yeah, so I'm a little bit struggling, as you might have noticed, with my voice. So I also suggest to stop a little bit earlier today, so that I can get some tea or something to open it up a little bit. Really appreciate it for you to take some time and effort to be here. Again, I hope already, depending on my voice, that there will be one video the coming week already on the streaming bridge, and then 2 videos the week after. And if it's better than expected, maybe it's already 2 videos, but I do expect that it's maybe 1 week later. I don't know. Eric says, MacBook Pro update sounds good to me. Okay, we'll do that together as well. And also I will answer the question with regards to the animation and central control. So I will do that as well. MT says, this afternoon I ordered a new notebook to tinker around with some playback solutions. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Oh, I'm wondering what you're gonna do. That sounds like you have a plan. So let's see what you come up with, MT. That's all that I had in store for you today. I hope that everything will be fine for you the coming week, and I'll see you next week, same time, same channel. I have something really cool popping up very, very soon. I believe that we have a extremely big show coming in the first week of November, where I have to bring along all of my gear. So all PTZ cameras, all laptops, all screens, the whole shebang will go to the local TV station over here, and we will be having a music broadcast with broadcast indeed, because it's also broadcasting to local television, so the whole region can see it, and it might be a good to make a gig report on that, but that's going to be early November, and I do think that I also have another gig coming up in end of October, so hopefully by my health will return in the next week or so. That would be very, very good. Floyd says, great show as always. Thank you so much for the optimism. Viel says, thank Petra and the community. Signing out. Yep. By Viel, but also by to everybody. You are teasing. You have learned some good lessons. Yep. Thank you, Floyd. Thank you so much again for being here. I appreciate each and everybody for taking the time in your busy schedule. And I'll see you next week. Same time, same channel. See you around. Bye-bye.